Another scorcher today. Our dangerous heat wave is peaking some records.
How we doing for time? 3:05. I mean, let's see. I mean, I have the story. I mean, like the stories. I mean, it's more or less like written in the head. Yeah, well, folks say that wildfires are just part of life out here. However, a little bit further west, folks are worried they might get one like this one that happened over the weekend. For turning a package at 2:45 that made air at 5 o'clock, I think it was fine. I mean, in a perfect world, we could get SDG&E to come out here, but sometimes for GA stories, you just have to like make do, and so. Thanks. All right, so what I'm doing is logging this one sound bite because I'm trying to get this package on for the 5 o'clock. This was a late interview. This is not an ideal situation, but we are making the most out of it. Max is finally getting to eat his Rubios and really delicious smelling. I can imagine, it smells like they're fish tacos, very citrusy, yeah? Well, this is a luxury I'm not usually afforded as an MMJ by ranking or category of my job. Max is editing this, which is really terrific. He shot it, so it's going to look the best that it can. He's going to optimize the shots because he was the guy behind the trigger. So this is one of those days where I get to do a little bit less work, but there's still kind of the pressure of trying to make the deadline. But it seems like we got it done. The power utility says they've only had to shut down the wind. Pick up 3, 2. The power utility says they got to make sure I do my part, nail the live shot, don't stumble, and just kind of come across like the authoritative news figure folks want us to be, right? That led the newscast today as a package. I'm fine with that. The one that's going to lead the newscast at 6 after the weather person, I'm fine. They're going to be fine. So, I guess this would be one of those days where you wish you had like an intern with you so they could see like, oh, okay, so like there really is like a tight turn. But again, 2.5 hours is kind of that's a lot of time. So, is there a particularly burnt part that appeals to you as a photographer?
Our team coverage continues with 10 News reporter Travis Rice.
He's live at Campo, where they have seen some of the most dangerous conditions. And Travis, threat of wildfires out there, they'd have to have neighbors pretty worried.
This is what I show to people who are throwing their cigarettes out.
She says it gets a lot of use. How many people you figure have had that sign flashed at them?
The last week, probably 10.
She understands that it may be a part of their habit, but she says it poses an even bigger consequence.
My empathy goes for those whose houses are burned, whose families no longer have a home to go to based on the ignorance of someone throwing a cigarette out the window.
No word on what caused the fire here over the weekend. Officials say that the cause of this one is still under investigation. Live at the Campo Indian Reservation, Travis Rice, 10 News. I would say between how Max cut it and how I wrote it, I don't think we wasted people's time. I think it's a slick story that stands up, and at the end of the day, it's our, what is this? It's today Monday, right?
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Okay, it's just kidding. I know it's Tuesday.